He had planned to lose his last 150,000 and then hang himself, but unexpectedly his phone suddenly received a message telling him to go all in. At first, Nick thought someone was pulling a prank, but then he figured that either way, he had come here to lose money, so he made up his mind and pushed in the remaining 150,000 all at once. His move left the onlookers around him stunned, and they all thought he'd lost his mind from gambling. Even the dealer handing out the cards couldn't believe it and thought he'd run into an idiot today. Only after getting approval from a superior did the dealer begin counting the amount of his bet. That's 100 grand. Watching the dealer, stone-faced, begin to deal the cards, Nick's heart was in his throat, and even the onlookers were eagerly anticipating the show to come. But what no one could have possibly expected was that in the end, he actually hit the highest total in the whole room, 21, which meant the 150,000 in his hand instantly became 1.5 million. In an instant, the onlookers beside him were green with envy, and even Nick himself wore a look of complete disbelief. Little did he know, this was only an appetizer. The real highlight was still to come. Sure enough, the very next second, another message came in on his phone, telling him to go play the casino's number 13 slot machine, and Nick, who had just gotten a taste of success, naturally wouldn't let this windfall slip by. But just as he slowly made his way to machine number 13, he discovered that someone was already playing it. As Nick waited anxiously, his phone received another message saying to press it 3 times first, and on the 4th press, he would hit the super jackpot. Seeing that the player had no intention of leaving, Nick couldn't sit still any longer, so he offered to buy the spot for 100, and lied that the number 13 was his lucky number. To his surprise, the guy said 13 was also his girlfriend's lucky number, and as soon as he said that, he pressed it a second time. Seeing this, Nick quickly raised the offer to 500, but the guy still wouldn't budge. As he saw the other guy was about to press it a 4th time, Nick quickly stepped in to stop him and raised the price to $5,000. Only then did he finally convince the guy to give up the seat. The guy still thought he'd met. Not realizing what was about to happen next would make him regret it for the rest of his life. Right then, the casino staff also noticed them on the surveillance cameras, but they had no idea what kind of trick Nick was trying to pull, since the payout odds on their slot machines were almost 0. It was basically a fool's dream for Nick to try to win the machine's jackpot, so they quietly watched on the surveillance cameras. After Nick won the right to use it, he pressed the button right away. Soon the symbols began to spin slowly, and who would have thought that the very next second it actually